Hi, everyone. I just wanted to share with you the handwritten version of the data graph analysis on the economic revolutions that we started yesterday. For question number 1, what happened to the output of books in Europe from the 15th to the 18th centuries? You'll notice I included my handwritten response up here as to how would you describe that trend in the European output of printed books graph that's on the left side of the page. For question number 2, literacy is defined as the number of people who can read and write. What happened to the literacy rate in European countries from 1500 to 1800? The adult literacy data graph takes us from 1500 to 1800. So looking at the overall trends, these typed numbers in the 1500 column and in the 1800 column, notice the trend there of what's going on to help you answer question number 2. For question number 3, what effect did the output of books in Europe have on the literacy rate in Europe? You're taking that first graph on the left side and the second graph on the right side and starting to make some assumptions. Did one have anything to do with the other? And that's a leading question because, yes, there's a correlation between what happened on the left and what happened on the right. So that's where this Q3 pulls in this data graph to that data graph. Finally, question 4, how much more did the literacy rate change in the nation that showed the most growth compared to the country that showed the least growth? So what I did, and this is where the handwritten numbers are, I took 53 and 6, and the difference is 47. I did that for each one of the countries and noticed the greatest change here in the Netherlands, the least change here in Spain, and then you're looking to take the percentage from the Netherlands, subtract the percentage from Spain, and come up with a total percentage. The assembly line graph is probably one of the more confusing ones. It takes this top part where one person is doing all the aspects of producing a car over 1 unit of time, in this case 8 hours. One person's able to produce 1 unit. Compared to an assembly line of 5 people, same amount of time, so 9 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 5 o'clock, same time frame. The assembly line produces 10 units. And then the question is, if one person working alone can produce 10 cars in 4 hours, how many can the assembly line produce in the same amount of time? So the individual, I apologize for my scratchiness of writing, the individual can produce 10. That's a given in the first part of the sentence. The assembly line can produce the individuals times that same factor up here. Then you consider overall, how do you think the increased production of goods like cars and books, how does that affect the prices of those goods like cars and books? That trend can be where you're thinking, does the price go up? Does the price go down? And why do you think that? I hope this video helps understand what's going on in this image.